Nobody tells you how different this job feels when you are the only analyst for your application. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Professional Billing Channel. I am Britt Johnson. I help new and growing PB analysts understand Epic without the overwhelm. Let's get right into it. Many moons ago, I was the only PB analyst for my team. Now, granted, my job role was quite small. I was supporting one service area and just had one client. But I have seen Community Connect sites or Community Connect analysts, which I am now, who happen to be the only PB analyst for their application for the Community Connect sites. That is rough and it sounds exhausting. You guys, like I said, I am Community Connect right now. So I am supporting multiple clients, multiple service areas. And I have a team of 6, 7. And I mean, work is divided up, right? So the ticket load is not so heavy. But when you are the only analyst on your team for your application, holy moly, I can only imagine the pressure. I can't imagine the pressure because I was once there. Yes, I was only supporting one service area and just a couple clients, but the pressure gets real. And you think maybe, oh, okay, like you're kind of feeling good, like I'm the only analyst for my application, job security, until you start getting all the tickets. Because you become the builder, the tester, the troubleshooter, the safety net, the go-to person, you're everything. And then what happens when you have to take PTO? Like, everybody deserves a vacation. Everybody deserves a day or two off here and there, right? When you take those days off, oh my God, when you come back to work, it is like a pile, a mountain of emails, a mountain of tickets. There could be stuff that breaks miraculously, like, and goes crazy that one day that you call off. It's stressful. I know there's a lot of you out there, so I just want to make this video as words of encouragement. Take a deep breath. Yes, you are the only analyst. The pressure is hard. You're responsible for everything for your application. Again, like I said, troubleshooting, testing, building, safety net, go-to, all of that. It's rough. I commend you. Keep it up. Don't stop. Take that deep breath. And yes, can you guess what I'm getting ready to say next? Document everything. I am telling you know what? Maybe this channel should just be called like the documenting channel, because it is seriously a lifesaver. I literally, like, now that I think about it, I think I've literally talked about tracking and documenting work in almost every video that I've posted. It's a game changer. It helps you stay on top of your work. And if you are the only analyst for your Epic application, this is definitely going to save your sanity. Document everything, track everything, create those trackers, create those OneNotes, get a notebook, go overkill like I do, and document everywhere in any kind of way possible. It's going to save your life. Now, if you are noticing that, I'll just say what I was gonna say. If you are noticing that like tickets are just, the ticket volume is steadily increasing and you are drowning, say something to your boss. Because if you were like me and you were doing a small service area, wasn't too crazy, yes, you got a lot of tickets in your bucket. Yes, they're all yours because you're the only analyst, but it's kind of manageable because it is a small practice. However, if you find yourself in a Community Connect situation and you're supporting, let's say you've got 5 Community Connects, that's 5 different clients. That's 5 different service areas. Okay, that's a lot. And there could be one client you just brought on that they need a ton of hand holding. And so they're going to be like, my tickets need to be addressed first and you need to look at my stuff first. And they basically, every client, they're not going to think about what's on your plate. They're not going to be in the middle of writing a ticket and oh, well, they probably have this other client that they're also supporting. I'll hold off on my ticket, or I'll write in the ticket, take your time. Like they're not there. They're not in that mindset. It would be great if they kept that in mind, but they're trying to run their practice. They're trying to keep their lights on. So when they're, reaching out to you, emails, tickets, phone calls, meetings, whatever, they're in the mindset of, we are the only client that you're working right now. Okay, they're not going to put themselves in your shoes and think about all the other work that you have. So keep that in mind. Don't expect, if you log into work and have this expectation that like, well, all of my 5 clients should know that I'm supporting 5 clients and I've got this to do and that to do, and they're just going to have to wait on their ticket. You are going to be disappointed every single day. You're going to be stressed out every single day, and you're going to start resenting people every single day. Do not log on to work with that expectation. And that could probably be said if you're supporting one service area too. If you're the only PB analyst for your application, you're supporting one service area, you could have certain managers from, certain departments who are ticket happy and they submit a ticket for everything. And even if it's this one service area, manager A, you got manager A, B, C, whatever, for these different departments, they're also not going to think, oh, well, they're supporting, Becky down the hall in her department too. So I don't want to overwhelm her. They're not thinking that. So do not go into it expecting these managers or these end users to be thinking like, oh, she's supporting or he's supporting these other people too, and I should be mindful about my tickets and do my own research, whatever. They're not there. Again, they are trying to run the business. They are trying to keep the lights on. When they submit a ticket, they are solely thinking she or he is going to help me. They're not thinking of all the other stuff that is on your plate. So that's part 1 of my advice. Don't expect your clients, managers, end users, whatever, to keep in mind all the work that you're doing. They're not there. They're not going to be in that mindset. So don't set yourself up for failure. Don't have these crazy big expectations of people, because it's not going to happen. That's going to keep you a little bit more sane. And part 2, document. I'm serious, you guys. Document. Write down everything. Keep track of your tickets. Know your tickets like the back of your hand. You guys have heard me say this again in multiple videos. I've got a notebook. I've got a OneNote. I've got an Excel sheet. There are times when I will start Word documents, because when I come across really complex build, or even if it ends up being like a real simple build, but it took me like a hot minute to register what the hell was going on, like what I was doing, I'll make a tip sheet, because chances are if that ticket comes back up again, I'm going to be like, I know this confused the hell out of me the last time. I forget what I did, but I won't forget what I did because I will have created a tip sheet or a how-to or a help guide. I guess those are all the same thing. And I can go back and reference my notes. Document, track. I 100% for real. This will save your sanity. And what I was getting to earlier, if you are noticing that ticket volumes are steadily increasing and you've got clients coming left and right at you, can I get an update on this? What's the ETA on this? Why isn't this completed? This needs to be elevated. This should be escalated. I want this done tomorrow. And the pressure is really starting to layer on you. Reach out to your manager. There's no, like, if you are seriously in a spot where you are drowning and you're like, at this point, I don't even know what ticket I need to be working first because there's so many coming in at once. Reach out to your manager. Tell her you need help. Put the idea out there. Can we please get a consultant in here? Can we please get another full-time employee in here? Like, I'm drowning. And if for whatever reason, that's just not in the budget for your organization, then you need to talk to your manager and say, look, I'm drowning. I've got 50 tickets in my queue. 4 of them are marked, not even 4, 10 of them are marked high priority. I'm looking at these really aren't high priority. I think it's just a nuance for the client and they want it fixed. Tell me in order what I should be working. Give me a priority list. Have your manager work with you. I know it's tough. Like I said, I was the only PB analyst for quite some time at an organization, and thankfully it was manageable. It wasn't too wild. The ticket load wasn't too crazy. I mean, I had it was 30 tickets in my queue for 5 different clients, 5 different departments, all under one service area, thankfully. But even so, it's stressful. And like I said, there are a lot of people, a lot of clients who get ticket happy. They will submit a ticket for everything. Now, to an analyst, to us, that is frustrating because it's like, why are you submitting a ticket for everything? Like, are you looking into any of this by yourself at all? Yes, from our perspective, that is frustrating. But another thing I always talk about, and maybe I am too nice of a person. I do know I'm too nice of a person, but I think customer service skills, if you are good, if you value having those customer service skills, it's going to go a long way. I always keep in mind what I was saying earlier. These clients are trying to do their job. They're trying to keep the lights on. And think about when new tickets come into your queue that you're just not sure about, right? You kind of panic and you're like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what I don't know. That's kind of the same thing that these clients could be going through. They don't know what they don't know. You could have somebody who's ticket happy. They might be still brand new. They might be only 3 months into their role and they're still trying to figure things out. Be there for your customer. Don't get snotty. Don't, automatically behind the scenes get frustrated and, oh God, here she goes again, submitting another ticket for something she could fix for herself. Yes, we've all been there. We've all thought that. We've all had those emotions. I certainly have. But at the end of the day, your job is to help your client. Your job is to help the customer. So maybe you got to go a little bit above and beyond for the client that's getting ticket happy and submitting everything. Maybe set up a meeting. I know, so scary. Meetings freak me out too, you guys. They freak me out too. I get so flabbergasted in meetings. I jumble over my words. I'm still trying to work on my meeting presence. I've gotten better, but I get it. They're nerve-wracking. Maybe set up a meeting. Or even if you're not comfortable doing a meeting, start an email chain. Hey, I noticed you've submitted a ticket for, this kind of issue quite a few times. What can I help you? Where is the disconnect? What do you need from me? Can I help you create a tip sheet for your workflow? Can I help you create a tip sheet for how to investigate on your end, what you can do, your due diligence before you really determine, okay, a ticket needs to be submitted because IT truly has to fix something. Be there for your customer. And I just document. Be on top of your tickets. It's going to be taxing at first, especially if it's not something you've been practicing before. If you are really one of those people who are heavily relying on your content management activity in Epic to track your tickets, or your ticketing system ticket notes to track work you did, I just don't think that's enough. And that's my experience. Is I for so long was only using content management activity and my notes in my ticketing system to track my work. And I started to spiral. I started to spiral so quickly. I became extremely overwhelmed. I didn't want to log on in the morning. I didn't want to finish out my day. I was just everything was coming at me at once. Until I started documenting everything. Everything. I know every ticket that's in my queue right now, like the back of my hand. So much to the point where someone says, hey, I'm reaching out about incident, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, that's that charge review rule that I'm working on. Or, oh, that's that router action. I get it. I'm on top of it. I understand what's in my queue. I know what's going on. I know what clients submitted each ticket. Stay on top of your work. Document. So if you are the only PB analyst for your application, one, I commend you because it's a tough job. Don't give up. Keep going. Take a deep breath. Write out that daily agenda. Communicate with your boss. Build those relationships with the managers, clients, and users, whatever. And just, just stay on top of your work. I don't know, I think I saw a squirrel or something. I don't know what just happened. Stay on top of your work. Know your tickets. If you start getting seriously overwhelmed, tickets are just piling into your queue, reach out to your boss. Ask her to help you prioritize work. Send the communications out to your clients. Hey, I have some high priority tickets that are truly revenue impacting, truly patient safety issues. I've got to work first. I will get to your ticket at this time. Here's an estimated ETA of when you can expect completion. Set up client meetings, do weekly meetings. I know meetings are scary. I hate them too, but the weekly client meetings, even bi-weekly, are so beneficial because you've got that face time. If you're not in the office, you've got that face time with the client. You can talk about the tickets that you have for them specifically. You are giving them that dedicated attention. That's so much better than not having any meeting at all. And they're just, where's my ticket? Is anybody working this ticket? I've had no communication. Those meetings, it could just be a 30-minute weekly meeting with this one manager or this one end user. That could be so beneficial and make you look so good because it's showing your initiative to work their tickets. Don't be afraid to reach out and say, hey, I can't get to your ticket right now. This, unfortunately, is a lower priority. Revenue's not being impacted by this. There's no patient safety that's going to happen, or no patient safety is going to be impacted, by this ticket. I have to work whatever before I will get back to you on your ticket. Don't be afraid to say that, especially if you are the only analyst for your application, and say that. Maybe don't say that because we don't want the client to be like, what are they, we don't want to freak the client out. So maybe don't say that. Don't say that. Just explain. I've got other tickets in my queue that are sitting higher at a higher priority than this ticket that was just submitted. I will get back to you. Stay in communication. Even if you have to be like, look, I know you're waiting on this ticket. I've been pulled in this direction, these other directions. I've got this to take care of. I want you to know it's still on my radar. I'm still getting to it. I will provide you an update. Just keep that communication going with your client. Again, reach out to your manager if you are getting so stressed out to where you're spiraling, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to work. Have them help you set up a priority list. And if it's in the budget, pull in a contractor, get somebody in there to help you out, right? And again, my favorite thing, document, document, document. It's going to save your life. It's going to save your life, documentation. I hope you found value in this video. That's my spiel for today. If you're the only PB analyst or the only analyst for your application, I commend you. It's hard. Keep going. Don't give up. You worked hard for this certification, so do not give up. Yes, I hope you found value in this video. I have to go now. If you did find value, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Help my channel grow. I am so passionate about this. And turn on those notifications below for that PB playbook. I will do a separate video on that because it's going to save your life. It's going to be your Bible, promise. I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you all later.